Hello YouTube, I am Nerd, and welcome to the Kingdom of Nerd. Hello fellow nerds, and welcome back to my channel. If you're just coming in for the first time, hopefully you stay and subscribe and you see some more videos. I am going to work pretty soon and figured I'd shoot a video up because I'm trying to get one up every 2 days. So I made playlists. If you listened to my last video, if not, maybe you saw it on the channel. I'm trying to fill each one of them currently, at least with one. The two that I have for gaming are going to have to wait until I get the software to hook up my computer to my Xbox, so on and so forth. But I figured I'd at least get my conversational video playlist going. I'm going to give you fair warning. If you have not seen The Walking Dead up to date, I wouldn't watch this video. But if you have, stick around. At the end of it, leave some comments on what you think about my topic. What I'm going to talk about is, who do you think Negan killed at the end of the previous season? A lot of people think it's Glenn because of the comic books. A lot of people think it's Abraham because he got all bulky with Negan. I don't know. Some people really reach in saying it's Rick. Some people are saying it's Daryl because he's already wounded. Some people are saying it's Maggie because she's sick. I personally feel it's Glenn. Only because you can only get so lucky in this show. A lot of the characters aren't safe. They say it all the time in interviews. It's almost like Game of Thrones. The minute you start really, really liking someone, they kill them. I just completely went blank for a second. Anyways, I think it's Glenn. That's just me. I think they're trying to steer a little bit closer to the comic book storyline now that Negan's in it. I wouldn't say they butchered the governor's storyline. There was definitely some subtle differences, and there was some major differences in the way the governor storyline went about. Take the fight, for instance, with Michonne. There wasn't necessarily a big fight. She got captured. Some bad stuff happened to her with his henchmen, and then she eventually got free and plucked out his eye with a spoon after doing some bad things to his butt area with the spoon. I'm trying to keep it... I'm trying not to swear because I know there's kids that watch my videos, so bear with me on the way I describe certain things. There will be videos where I do swear, I won't lie, but those are probably going to be the multiplayer gaming videos. So I will put fair warnings in the description, or like an age limit on some of them. But for this one, I'm going to consciously watch what I say, because, like I said, I know for a fact there's a couple younger kids that watch this with their parents. But back to the matter at hand. Who's dead? Who do you guys think is dead? Please leave comments. I would love to hear everyone's mind made up on who they think is dead. I know one of my co-workers' kids, Formula Cole, who was on my free comic book day, is convinced it's Abraham, which is fine. Everyone can have their own opinion. And he even has proof that it's Abraham because of the camera angle that you're looking at and all these different things. And he told me it, and it's legit. Like, he did his research, and if he's right, I'll be honestly amazed if he figured that out. but I just have a bigger feeling that they're steering towards the comics a little bit more than they have been. I'm not going to give away spoilers on who dies in the comics and stuff like that, but the difference between the show and the comics is that people's contracts run out. If they don't want to re-sign, their character clearly is going to die. And I won't lie, there's people in the comics that are still alive that should be still alive in the show. But if they get a better contract for more money at a different shooting, like the guy who played Dale, he ended up getting more money for a TV show. That's why he left. His character's still alive in the comics. Same thing with Andrea. She's still alive in the comics, or at least from what I know. She could be dead now. I don't know. But I know at some point she was dating Rick, and she was dating Dale. But both of them are still alive in the comics, but are dead in the show. I would say it was a very well written season finale. It wasn't as action packed as people would like it to be, but keeping your interest in kind of on the edge of your seat to see what happens, they did a very, very good job. That was partially because everyone wanted to see Negan. You know, my favorite part, besides Negan's whole spiel and how it looks like you're the person that he's killing, is the fact that they had the guy who voiced Trevor in GTA 5 play the main henchman that keeps talking to Rick when they're blocking off the road. And the best part about it is Trevor looks just like the real guy that voices him. They CGI'd him straight into the game. And it's so funny because all I could think of was that Trevor was threatening Rick. And it's hilarious. But yeah, that is my favorite part, besides obviously Negan whacking someone in the head with Lucille. Sometime in the near future, because I am doing this conversation, I will show everyone my Walking Dead comics that I have as of right now. I have up-to-date stuff and I have some older stuff, but I'm trying to fill in the gap all the way back to number 1. So I know I'm late to the game. I'm collecting the comics, but I have some older ones and I have a lot of newer ones. And then I'm going to slowly just pick away at the numbers going backwards. And as newer ones come out, obviously, I'll just grab them because they're so much cheaper than what I'm going to probably end up paying for, like, number 1 through probably 50. But on that note, pretty sure my conversation's done. I got the point across on who I think is dead. It's Glenn. I will confidently say that I believe it's Glenn. There's no doubt in my mind. He had his near-death experience in the show, put everyone on edge. I just think it's Glenn. I really do. You can't get that much. You can't be that lucky in the zombie apocalypse where a body falls on top of you, it gets eaten, you crawl under a dumpster. That's his one get out of jail free card. There's no way he's dodging this bad. If he is, I'll come on here and make another video and admit that I was wrong. But until then, I believe I'm right. If anyone else thinks I'm wrong, don't necessarily blow me up in the comments, but put your discussion on the comments. Tell me who you think is dead. And on that note, my video is done. I gotta get this up if it's gonna be up every 2 days. So, as always, I am Nerd, and welcome to my kingdom.